All right, here we go. It's week one. The PCs by Thomas Gen 4 Cup Chase. We're at Daytona. Taking a look at your grid. Your pole sitter, you see him right there. His trademark number 2, the Boogeyman out of Noonan, Georgia. That's Jamie Kephart. To his outside, the 84. And that theme machine, the PCs by Thomas car, it's going to be Stephen Hott. Starting back there in P3 tonight. And that 85, the weapon, Wyatt Walker. To Wyatt's outside, Wyatt's dad, John Walker, the 84 machine. Starting back there in P5 tonight. Backdraft zone, super speedway specialist, that's going to be Stu Rat and Matthew Stewart out of Red Oak, Texas. Starting in P6 tonight. Out of Canada, Matt Mitchell. P7. You see him right there in the 14. It's going to be Tyler Barr. Starting in 8th tonight. Number 6. None other than Kyle Boland out of Janesville, Wisconsin. Starting in your 9 spot tonight. A 31 machine. That's going to be Garrett Bates. And rounding out your field in the 48, Tim Graham. So that's your field. First race of the season. Should be a good one. Gen 4s. Really fun car to drive. Super speedway racing. Always fun to watch. Jamie Kephart, Stephen Hott, front row. Pace car is off. And we're ready to go green. Kick this season off. Here we go, green flag. Jamie Kephart pulling that inside line. He's got Wyatt Walker right behind him. Stu Rat tucked in behind him. He'd like to probably get up and push his teammate, the 84, Stephen Hott. Stephen gonna be looking for a push right now. From the he dips in. He finds a spot there between Wyatt and Stu Rat. That's going to leave John Walker by himself up top there. The Walkers now have teamed up on the outside. Up on that high line. Jamie Kephart looks like he might lead this first lap. The 2, Kephart out of line. Right, down into 1. Kephart being pushed. Stephen Hott. Wyatt Walker. By his dad, John Walker. Up top. That bottom line is going to have the momentum. They got more cars. Going to be 4 of them to 2 up top. Stu Rat. Tucked right in behind Stephen Hott. Tyler Barr back there. Front pack has broken away. Back there leading the second pack, you got Garrett, Kyle, Tim behind him. Hanging out in the back. Might be playing it safe. Might be the way to go. 60 laps here tonight. We know these drivers are going to have to pit once. Running 30%. They start to mix it up back here. They might want to get in the line. It would be a lot easier to catch that front pack. But maybe they're trying to stay out of trouble early. Up front, these guys are still running nose to tail here, side by side. Jamie Kephart continues to lead. Led them all so far. They start to spread out there into 1. John looking high. Maybe trying to cool that machine. Stephen Hott, he's going to dip out. He gets up in front of the 85 of Wyatt Walker. That top line now got some steam. And Stephen Hott dips right back in front of Kephart there. Close call. Looks like he's trying to control both lines here. Jamie Kephart says, I'll have none of that. Back to the top. Give him a push. Jamie Kephart leads that one. Good battle up front here. Fuel saving going on with this pack. Throws the 3 here, working their way through 2. On to the backstretch. Jamie Kephart leading the top line. Stephen Hott leading the bottom line. Stu Rat tucked up in behind the 84. Stephen Hott, Wyatt Walker right behind Kephart. Right behind Wyatt, John. Tyler Barr back there pushing that bottom line. Looks like at the line, Kephart's going to lead this one again as he swings down to the bottom. Looks to stop the run there on the bottom. Jamie, a very experienced super speedway racer. Knows how to control the runs from these lines here. Swings back up to the top. Saw it right there. And he picks up the momentum from Wyatt and John. Stu Rat gives the 84 Stephen Hott. Good push there. Down into 3, coming out of 4 now. Stephen Hott gonna pull up in front of Jamie Kephart. Stop that run. Stephen Hott able to lead a lap here. Gonna pull back down and Stewart and grab the momentum on the bottom line. Up front here so far, 7 of 60 in the books. As we check on the backpack here. 48, Tim Graham. He's side by side right now with the 69 of Matt Mitchell. Tim looking for a push from Garrett. Matt saying, come on, Kyle, push me. Kyle Bolin in that 6 car right there. This backpack is about 11.5 seconds back right now of the leaders. Kyle gets a little high coming out of 4 there, maybe a little push. These guys are going to have to get organized. Stay with that lead pack. That lead pack is pulling on them right now. As we'll put your track map up. 2x2 in the backpack here. And up front, we are still nose to tail. Stu-Rat about as close as you can get to one of these cars without turning them around. The way these bumpers line up in each Gen 4s, they're not like the newer NASCARs. They're not. The rear end sits kind of high, the front end kind of low, so when you try to bump grab with these, very easy to lift someone up, get their tires off the ground and spin them around. You got to be very careful, especially at the speeds these guys are running right now. Oh, you see Wyatt? He gives Jamie a big shove out front, and then he tucks down in front of the 84 there. Goes back up to the top. That's going to give Stephen Hott that bottom spot. We got 2 lines of 3 again. Kephart leading most of them here so far. John Walker back there, content to push Wyatt right now. Maybe dipping out to cool that 84 machine just a little bit. Tyler Barr, good run from him as he's staying with the lead pack. When are these guys going to pit? We know it's going to be coming soon. When are they pitting? Who's pitting with who? And not pit alone. Caught out of the draft, you will be done. Great up front. Some white knuckle driving with these guys going on right now. They are side by side, side drafting down the backstretch. Big shove from the 84. Stephen Hott to the back bumper of Jamie Kephart there. Stu Rat right there in line. Looks like the walkers are falling back right now. Might be getting ready to pit on this next lap. Gotta be careful getting onto pit road. Pit road speed here, 60 miles an hour. These cars will go from a little better than 200 miles an hour down to 60. Tyler doesn't go in there. As things are getting dicey as we are coming to pit. Stu Rat up front right now. He's side by side with Jamie Kephart. Wyatt, John, they're going to peel off. Come down to pit road. No problems there. They get slowed down. Jamie Kephart, Tyler Barr, Matthew Stewart, Stephen Hott, it's your front four. And it looks like the 69 of Matt Mitchell, 31 Garrett Bates, they're going to bring it in. Kyle Bolin and Tim Graham, they're making their way out of the pits right now. So I imagine Kephart and the rest of this crew will be coming in this time, and they are. Here we go as they make their dive. Oh no, the 14 into the back of the 2 of Kephart. Got lucky to not turn Jamie around there, did Tyler. Wyatt and John have made their way back out on the track. Garrett Bates making his way back out. Tim Graham coming around. Jamie Kephart, Stephen Hott. Off pit road right now. Tyler Barr seems to have lost that pack just a little bit. Stu Rat still in his pit box. Speeding on pit road. That will kill you every time. Right now, Jamie Kephart, Stephen Hott out front. 14 of 60. Long way to go in this one. They got about a 4-second lead over Tyler Barr, but Tyler, he's probably going to be waiting on the walkers to catch up to him at this point. You see the gap right there. Wyatt being pushed by John right now. And they're going to go ahead and catch up to that 14 of Tyler Barr and make a run at the leaders here. And Jamie and Steven are up front. And they're making their way up on a lap traffic here. Coming up on the 6 of Kyle Bolin. Which way are they going to go around him here? This could get interesting. Stephen Hott, Jamie Kephart side by side into one. Kyle Bolin going to take that 6 machine to the high side right now. That's where the 84 is. Oh, Stephen Hott got to look high, dip back low. Kephart trapped behind the 6 of Kyle Boland right now. And he's going to be able to tuck in behind Stephen Hott. So Stephen kind of used Kyle as a pick there. Be able to take the lead back from Jamie Kephart. Right now they are 6 seconds out on the walkers. You see Wyatt and John, they've made their way around Tyler Barr. Tyler Barr looks to be in their draft though right now. So they'll have a train of 3. That's going to be a lot more momentum than the guys up front have right now. Take a look back here at 7th place, Tim Graham. He's side by side right now with the 31, Garrett Bates. As they trade 6th and 7th back and forth here. Garrett gonna look to tuck in behind Tim. See if they can't draft and work together. Garrett needs to be just a little bit closer to Tim to make that work. A little further back here, Stewart managed to find the leaders. And he's tucked back up underneath his teammate here. So Stephen Hott, Matthew Stewart, Kyle Boland, all Backdraft Motorsports cars. Going to be trying to work together here against the 2 of Jamie Kephart. Matthew Stewart and Kyle Boland both right now a lap down. But drafting with the leaders nonetheless. Because it is much faster than being by yourself. That bottom line, nothing but backdraft cars. Jamie Kephart doing a heck of a job side drafting right now. That's how he's able to stay with this pack, and he's able to find a hole right there. He's able to slow that line down for an entire lap, making himself a hole in between Matthew Stewart and Kyle Boland. Great drive, veteran moves by the 2. I told you at the beginning of the broadcast, experienced super speedway racer, and you just saw it right there. Meanwhile, Wyatt Walker running in P3, John Walker P4, Tyler Barr P5. As they're nose to tail right now. Running just under 6 seconds behind the leaders. Trying to stay formed up. Just a little over 1/3 of the way through this one. Pit stops are coming up again soon here. Garrett Bates still working together. Continue to run in the 6th and 7th positions respectively. But the leaders are closing in. Matthew Stewart pushing Stephen Hott down the backstretch. Stephen looks high, trying to block the run from Jamie Kephart as they're about to have to find a way around these guys. Tim Graham, he goes high. Oh, Kephart, oh, slides up into Tim. and destroys the right front of that 2 machine. As you saw it, they got 3 wide out of 4. The cars got super tight, and Kephart just pushed off of that corner and gets into the side of Tim. Tim's car all torn up. Both of those cars heavily damaged. Both of those cars are going to need to pit pretty soon. That arrow is going to seriously affect them. And Tim's going to bring it down pit road right now. You see that. Stephen Hott still being pushed out front by his teammate. At 19 of Matthew Stewart. You see the 31 of Garrett Bates also a lap down. He's managed to tuck in there with Kyle Bolin in the back of him. And Tyler Barr right now leading that next pack. So Stephen Hott, Tyler Barr, Jamie Kephart, Wyatt Walker, and John Walker. That's your top 5 right now. But it is about a 9-second gap, just about, between your leader Stephen Hott back to that second pack there we're watching right now. Pit stop should be coming any lap. Kephart desperately needs to pit. Fortunate he was able to drop back and find a group to draft with, as beat up as that 2 machine is right now. And the Walkers, they're going to dip off. Planned move there from that team. Jamie unable to see it coming. He was in front of him. Nothing he could do there. Garrett on pit road right now as well. We'll see when the leader brings it in. Looks like this lap, Stephen Hott, here he comes. Gonna bring it in. Kyle Bolin, he's through the grass right now. And he missed the commitment cone. That's gonna be a black flag, and unless he unless he turns around and then drives backwards on the track and then goes back around the commitment cone to avoid the black flag. You can't make that up. That just happened. Okay. I mean, that's probably not the fastest way onto pit road, but it is one way onto pit road. Kyle just had to get himself a little bit dirted, I guess. My goodness.
What the hell was that?
That's what I'm saying. Stephen Hott, Matthew Stewart making their way off pit road, along with that 69 to Matt Mitchell. Jamie Kephart, you see him, makes his way off pit road. Is he going to be able to link up with the 31? We'll see if he's able to draft Garrett Bates here. If not, look who's right behind him. Wyatt Walker and John Walker. If you're not with the lead pack, those are the 2 cars you're going to want to be with to get you there. And looks like they're going to pick Jamie up, no problem. Worst case scenario, maybe they can round him. JB's going to be able to stay with him no problem. He was able to come in, pit, get that damage repaired from the incident with Tim earlier. Just about halfway through this one. It's been green, but it has not been totally clean. As we saw a little incident between Jamie Kephart and Tim Graham off of 4. Kephart had a little bit of an arrow push, and Tim was there, nothing he could do. Up front right now, the 84, Stephen Hott, continuing to be pushed by his teammate, the 19, Matthew Stewart, as they are going to split. Whoa, the 48 of Tim Graham there. See if Tim can catch the draft off the back of the 19. He'll be able to do that with the way they went around him. They kind of both took a side. So right now the gap from Stephen Hott back to Jamie Kephart, 13 seconds. Tons of momentum back here. It's Kephart, Wyatt, and John. And even more if they can get that 31 of Garrett Bates tucked up behind him. See John get a little bit loose coming out of 4 there. About 3 or 4 cars here. Perfect momentum. That's what you want. And it's definitely going to be way faster than just the 2 cars up here. Don't get me wrong, 2's better than being alone, but you see it right now. The gap is closed about a second a lap between Stephen Hott and Jamie Kephart. 32 of 60 in the books here. First race of the season in the PCs by Thomas Gen 4 Cup Chase. We appreciate PCs by Thomas coming on, sponsoring the series. If you guys need any PC work, maybe a custom build, maybe a new GPU, CPU, or even just some advice, look up PCs by Thomas on Facebook. Awesome guy to work with. Tom is super cool guy. And he does all of Backdraft Motorsports builds for their iRacing computers and sells a ton of custom builds specifically for gaming. Can't recommend him enough. And he works out of New Hampshire, so little known thing about New Hampshire, no sales tax up here, so able to do things just a little bit cheaper than other places. Look them up on Facebook. There's lots of things with iRacing that are updating right now. We got rain, all the new laser scan tracks, and every single time they add something, the computer just needs more power, so you're having to upgrade. I know lots of guys that have had to go from either a 2 or 3,000 up to a 4,000 series GPU, and there really is no better price out there than what Tom can offer. So PCs by Thomas, can't recommend him enough. Appreciate him coming on board, sponsoring the series, and watching the title car run around here right now. The 84 Stephen Hott, that's the PCs by Thomas Team Machine, continuing to lead the inaugural race here at Daytona. First of 12 races in this series. Not a lot of Gen 4 leagues out there on iRacing. Very popular car, but you don't see a lot of people with leagues formed up around it. Next race on our schedule is going to be Las Vegas. So a little different style of racing. The draft not so crucial. It'll be more about trying to keep all the horsepower that are in these cars underneath you. Trying to save tires. "25 laps to go." You see Kephart along with Wyatt and John Walker. They've cut that gap down to 10.5 seconds right now. Stephen Hott and Matthew Stewart doing all they can up front. But with only two of them, there's only so much they're going to be able to do. Kyle Bolin, after a speeding penalty, he's being scored right now, a lap down. Unfortunately, no drafting help for him. Matt Mitchell, he's in the same boat as well. Right now, he is running in the 10 spot. Tim Graham, looks like he's going to bring that 48 machine down pit road right now. He's running in the 9 spot. And we'll see when Stephen Hott and Matthew Stewart are going to bring their machines down pit road. 24 to go. The lead stabilized right now. About 10.5 seconds between Jamie Kephart and Stephen Hott. Kephart continuing to pull that back around. Him, Wyatt Walker, John Walker, and that 31 of Garrett Bates back there. Tyler Barr, you see him. He's by himself right now, no drafting help. Running in that 5th spot. Tough position to be in, I'm telling you. When you are out on one of these super speedways with no drafting help, you are on an island by yourself. .22 to go that time by. Stephen Hott continuing to lead. Here comes that second pack. Jamie Kephart, Wyatt Walker, John Walker, Garrett Bates, all on pit road. Did they get it slowed down in time? Gotta be mistake free here. So we're watching Tyler Barr, and he's gonna duck it on pit road. Stephen Hott, Matthew Stewart coming up on Kyle Bolin in a hurry. And they're just barely going to get slowed down. Stephen Hott locks him up, getting onto pit road there. The 3 backdraft cars will make their way down pit lane. Stephen Hott going to slide through his pit box. Oh no. Oh no. Trying to get lined up.
2 hours later.
Just gave it away. Stephen Hott not going to have any drafting help as he comes out. Jamie Kephart making his way around. He's got Wyatt and John Walker right behind him. Jamie coming with a head of steam right now. Stephen Hott just barely past the commitment line. Out onto the backstretch. Kephart on the backstretch now. Closing in. That 3-car train and all its momentum. 21 to go. 7.5 seconds and falling quickly. You see the gap at the top of the screen. Stephen Hott, no help out there at all. Stu Rat, another pit road speeding penalty. His teammate with the lead for now, but not for long. As you can watch that gap fall. It's in the 4s now. Gephardt telling Wyatt, let's go, push me. Gephardt, Wyatt, John, lined up, nose to tail through 3 and 4. 20 to go. Under 3.5 seconds now to the lead. As they go by the stripe, they can see the 84, Stephen Hott. Into the 2-second range now. But Jamie Gephardt, Wyatt Walker, John Walker, they are closing. See the gap right now, less than 2 seconds. They are about to catch that 84 Stephen Hott in a hurry. 18 to go. Up to the high side. There's the move. Jamie Gephardt takes that line. And that's going to put Stephen Hott just like that back to 4th. Jamie Gephardt 2nd. Wyatt Walker. Jamie Gephardt to the point. Wyatt Walker 2nd. John Walker rounding out that podium spot right now with 18 to go as they come through 3 and 4 here. Stephen Hott going to need to hang on to that draft to have any chance staying with these guys. Jamie Gephardt continues to toe that line. Daytona. 17 to go. They're gonna have to pit again. When will these guys pit? See this lead pack approaching that pack right there. Stu Rat, Kyle Bolin, and the 69 of Matt Mitchell. And they are not nowhere to fail. They do not have the speed and momentum that this group right here does. As they're side by side. 2x2 down the backstretch. Traffic gonna play a role here. How is this lead pack gonna sort themselves out as they work their way around lap traffic? Stephen Hott trying to push the 2. Jamie Gephardt clear. He's going to go to the high side though. Gephardt in the middle right now of Stephen Hott and John Walker. They're 3 wide there momentarily. Let's sort that out. That got interesting. John Walker going to try and push the 85 here through this lap traffic. Gonna dip out of line. Try to side draft the 2 of Jamie Kephart a little bit. 14 to go. Duck back in line there. Down the backstretch, and we have a traffic jam now. Matt Mitchell on the high side. Kyle Bowman blocking the low side right now. Wyatt finds a hole low. They're 3 wide. Kyle Bowman in the middle. Wyatt Walker down low. Matt Mitchell up high. Stephen Hott going to try to draft that 69 of Matt right now. They're all kinds of wadded up into one. Oh, Stephen Hott up hard into the wall as he gets into the back of the 69 of Matt Mitchell. Stephen Hott led most of this race.
Sorry, I had no clue where the hell to go.
Theme machine, and you hear the communications right there. Stephen Hott, the 84 PCs by Thomas machine, torn up right now. And Garrett Bates gets into the wall hard. That's going to shake things up. This lead pack, though, still trying to sort things out up front here. Wyatt Walker to the point by about a bumper over Jamie Kephart right now. The Walkers momentarily are separated. Wyatt being pushed by Stu Rat. Tyler Barr right behind him. John pushing the 2 of Jamie Kephart. Kyle Bowen hanging out back there. You see Tim Graham making his way by. Stephen Hott making his way down pit road. That's going to move him back to 6th place right now. Just 11 to go in this one. I believe one more pit stop for this front group here. We'll have to see how they sort this out. The Walkers are separated right now, 2 different lines. Jamie Kephart pull down low there in front of Wyatt. It's going to leave John up high, being pushed right now by Tyler Barr. John comes down, side drafts the 19 of Stu Rat, trying to pull him back, create a space where he can get in behind Wyatt. John side by side, maybe even a little contact there with the 19 of Stu Rat. He's going to dip in behind him. They come up on the 48 of Tim Graham. They'll make their way by, no problem. And here we go, on to pit road. Jamie Kephart, Wyatt Walker. Oh, Stu Rat. Oh, no.
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
It is real silly, this is pit road. 2 backdraft cars we've seen now through the grass. Stephen Hott out here. Got that PCs by Thomas machine fixed. And he's going to get his lap back here as he makes his way past Jamie Kephart, leading the race right now. But unfortunately, going to have to do a lot more than that. He's have to come all the way back around in order to be able to make any positions up. Tyler Barr on pit road. Stu Rat. Back down pit road again. Makes it on this time. And then Kyle Bowles. Jamie Kephart out front. 8 to go. Wyatt Walker pushing him. John Walker, he's falling just a little bit off the pace. 2.5 seconds back of the lead right now. Stephen Hott running in the 4th position. After that contact, we said it. Traffic was going to play a role, and it did. They were 3 wide. Stephen Hott trying to push the 69 of Matt Mitchell. And it did not work out. Matt got up into the wall, and that sent Stephen down towards the infield, overcorrected, and up into the wall he went. Jamie Kephart, Wyatt Walker, nose to tail here. 7 to go. Wyatt dips out, takes a look. Maybe starting to see if he's going to time a run here. Have to get the timing on this run just right. Both of these drivers would love to start this season out with a win. To go here. Garrett Bates has found the draft of Tyler Barr. Tyler Barr running in that 5th spot right now. Garrett Bates in 6th. They're separated by a lap though. Garrett 2 laps down right now. Tyler 1 lap down. Stephen Hott out there by himself, no drafting help at all. Kyle Bolin right now running in the 8th spot. Tim Graham in the 9th. And Matt Mitchell round out that field in his 69 car. Running in the 10th spot. Jamie Kephart, Wyatt Walker up front. They're going to come up on what will be the lap car of Stephen Hott when they get around him. See if Jamie or Wyatt uses him as a pick. 4 to go. Oh, they're just both going to go low around him. Jamie tucks back up high though. Maybe was looking for the 84 to push him. Wyatt Walker to the point. Down the backstretch. Wyatt Walker being pushed by Jamie Kephart. The 84 in that draft as well. 3-car breakaway right now. It's going to put John Walker back there working with Stu Rat in a 2-car tandem, 10 seconds back. But they've managed to catch up to the 31 and the 14 here. Garrett Bates and Tyler Barr. Let's see if they can get around him. John Walker having to take evasive action there. It looked like he was going to try to go low around Tyler Barr, and Tyler just came low and blocked. Forced John down onto the apron. John fortunate to hang on to that one as that got dicey. John really not racing any of these cars right here, as he's running in 3rd. Every one of these cars around him at least a lap down. John gonna dip below a double yellow there to make the pass on Tyler Barr. Sturat up behind John Walker here. Should have him clear of Tyler. 2 to go in this one. So 3-car breakaway, but only 2 of them are on the lead lap. Wyatt Walker leading this one. Jamie Kephart might be right where you want to be, though. White flag's out. Wyatt Walker one more time around this one. Stephen Hott can pretty much pick who he wants to choose. Pick and choose who he wants to push to victory at this point. Jamie gets some space there. Maybe time in a run. Wyatt could be a sitting duck here. Stephen Hott gonna pull out. He's side drafting the 2 backwards. This might work to Wyatt's advantage here, as they're coming out of 4. They're gonna come to the stripe. Is Jamie gonna be able to do anything here? He pulls out. Goes to the high side. At the line, Jamie Kephart just barely going to get Wyatt Walker. Jamie Kephart, your winner. Wyatt Walker, second. John going to bring it home in 3rd. And Stephen Hott going to finish 4th. Tyler Barr is going to be your 5th place finisher tonight. Sturat 6th. Garrett going to be in 7th. Kyle Bolin 8th. Tim Graham 9th. Matt Mitchell going to round out your field back there in that 10th spot. So we'll let the top 3 drivers here line up, and we'll hear from them. Jamie Kephart, Wyatt Walker, and John Walker. Great race these guys put on tonight. Let's go trackside for interviews.
All right, starting off with our 3rd place driver tonight, John Walker. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Hey, great race tonight. Way to finish right behind your son there and pull off the podium here in your debut in the league and first race of the PCs by Thomas Gen 4 Cup Chase. Break in race for us?
Yeah, man, it's a fun time. Get to run with the big dogs, Weapon, Boogeyman. Hey, get in where you can fit in. Do what you can, man.
Absolutely. A couple of the best up there you're running with tonight. Great race. You got any sponsors you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, I want to do Walker Ridge Plantation, Wild Oak Lodge, and you putting the race on, man. We appreciate it.
All right, John. Appreciate you coming out, buddy. Moving on to our 2nd place driver, 85, Weapon, Wyatt Walker. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, brother. Great P2 tonight. It was a good battle right there at the end. Looked like Kephart just barely squeaked out the victory over you there. You want to break down the race for us?
Yeah, I've raced with Kephart enough to know he was going to set me up for the finish there, and I had to go around him in turn 1, and I knew there was no way he was not going to try it coming out of 4, but, I wasn't going to wreck us coming to the line. Can't ask for much better finishing like that.
For Super Speedway race, that was a clean race and great finish there at the line, man. It was real close. Any sponsors you want to shout out tonight, Wyatt?
Yeah, I got to thank you for putting this on. Walker Ridge Plantation, Hayes and Booth Motorsports, and Kephart for running everything clean there. I know a few times he could have checked us up and stuff, but it was a good race.
All right, absolutely. There you have it. Wyatt Walker, 2nd place driver. Moving on to the winner tonight, Boogeyman, number 2, Jamie Kephart. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, brother, managed to come in here and pull out a win tonight there, and nice slingshot move at the end of the race there to get around Wyatt. How'd the rest of the race go for you?
Well, I was involved in a wreck early on. I either pinched or got pinched up in. We were on a 3 wide. It was tight, and I got pinched up into Mr. Tim and messed the car up a little bit, but was able to milk it back around for the next pits, not lose too much time. And then it was trying to run down the leaders for the longest time, but we was able to do that with the pits and on the track drafting with both the walkers there. So we worked pretty good together there for a while. And then, yeah, I thought I was going to be the blocker there for a minute and played a little game of chess with Mr. Stephen Hott and Wyatt Walker, and somehow I ended up behind Wyatt. So I was like, well, you can't ask for a better place to be. So we was able to pull it off clean, and yeah, a little slingshot move there at the end. It worked out good. So we was able to win the drag race down the front stretch, and yeah, man, it's always fun to run with Wyatt and John and Steven and everybody. It's good times, man.
Absolutely, man. Great finish, and way to come back from that early incident there. So there's your winner tonight, Jamie Kephart. Thanks for coming out, everybody. We appreciate you.
That's going to do it for us here at Redemption Weekly Racing Series as we wrap up week 1 of the PCs by Thomas Gen 4 Cup Chase here at Daytona. Looking forward to next Friday, seeing what these guys can bring you for action at Las Vegas. We'll see you then.